Pink and Purple, Strata Creed, Cuban Twist. They hit the line or tight go. Maybe Pink and Purple and Nose Cuban Twist in an absolute thriller in the Tattasalls Cup.
Since 1960, when Lady Ventry won the inaugural Tats Cup for Georgie Kemp, the race has been a regular event on the KBRC racing calendar.
Get round it, swept up on the outside. He dashed to the lead in the Tats Cup. He raced away, 3-4 in front.
Now, as part of the Tattasalls Club Kalgoorlie celebration of 120 years of service to the Goldfields, the Tats Cup will again be the centrepiece of Sunday's racing action at the KBRC.
Uncompromised red Cadillac coming from the clouds. Uncompromised hit the front, red Cadillac dived at it. They made it very close. Photo result in the Tats Cup.
Make sure you make it to the Tats Club over the weekend and join in the fun and festivities of a time-honoured race day. The Goldfields Tattasalls Club Cup at the KBRC this Sunday.
Rocky Path has grabbed the lead. Rocky Path and Freedom Square. Rocky Path the mare. She'll win it. Rocky Path has got home to win the Tats Cup.
Today's Racing Rewind is brought to you by Oakland Park Stud, the home of ingratiating, sessions and shooting to win. Go to oaklandparkstud.com.au for further details.
Yes, welcome along to Racing Rewind. Michael Gangemi will be a special guest pretty soon as well, with Fanta winning the Idyllic Prince yesterday. From the steward's room, there was a suspension. Jade McNaught, I think she got 9 days suspension there. What about the track and how it played? How did you see it, Russ?
Mate, I saw it very, very fair. We watched all the races there yesterday. It seemed to be able to come from anywhere. The leaders, there was no leader bias from mine, and I think the track played very, very well. Good to see a crowd on course there too at Belmont.
Good crowd? Yeah,
no, it was a good crowd. You could certainly pick it up through the mics, and you could certainly see it on the vision coming through on Racing Plus that there was a decent turn up there. And I think people just want to get back to the races in the metro area. So hats off to Perth Racing for getting that meeting away, because we did have a lot of rain during the week down there in the metro area. And for them to get the race meeting off and that they raced so truly, it was a credit to all.
Yeah, well spoken there, Russell. And we agree. The more rain forecast for today as well. Up there in the metro area. Here at the moment, it is
sunshine.
Yeah, sunshine beaming in.
And we're looking at a soft 5 here for the Goldfields.
Soft 5. I'm tipping there could be a downgrade after the first, maybe.
Or possibly after the second.
Or the second. Now, race number 1 at the Belmont Park there yesterday was the Lawn Pride Australia Plate. This was over the 1,200 metres.
And we saw a bit of a flip here on the leaders.
And still the tail ender Hassani, Castle Road, well off the fence coming into the home straight. Now that is by intent. They've all come out here and got away from that inside section. Ripper Rupert joined it. Country God goes through. Making a line of 4 now on the outside is Friar's Legacy. Inside the 200, Country God down closer towards the rails. The leader from Friar's Legacy, Country God, now starts to stride clear. And Country God with the shades on, pulling away from its rivals to win it easily. Country God over Friar's Legacy. Then further back on the inside, Castle Road, third home. Hassani has made up nice ground late.
Well, there was a lot of talk before the race, Russ, about Country God coming back to the 1,200, Castle Road going out to the 1,200, who was going to win the race. And you were very keen that Country God would appreciate that little drop back in distance and be very hard to beat.
And blinkers on for the first time. Martin coming off a 7-day backup, the short backup. Certainly the punters found it. The favourites flipped the market there. They opened Castle Road at about 2.20 and Country God at 3.20. Well, they've jumped the other way around. Country Gods end up jumping at 2.25. And Friar's Legacy 3.30 was very well supported. And Castle Road, the early favourite, was just a slight drift there out to $3.80. Tough 1,200 metre assignment there. It did also lose the senior rider, Bullet Staples, and took the claim there with Chanel Cooper to bring that weight down. It was still a very brave effort, there's no doubt about it. But the winner certainly looks like a horse with a future, Mark.
Yep, I sort of suspected that. And who went into bat for Country God after last week's beaten performance? I think it was Riley Morgan.
Yes.
And he did cite that in last week's race, That one went around him and flushed him out. Remember, he had to get going before the bend.
He was only beaten the last bound there by My Authoritaire. There was 4 of them across the track there. It was a very, very good run. And as I said to you earlier in the week, I thought the 14 back to 12 was very good placement. The 7-day backup was a tick. There was a lot of ticks for this horse. And as I said, the punters certainly found it.
What do you think of the second horse's run, Fry's Legacy?
Great effort on coming out of a 3-year-old maiden. Showed a bit of sticker. There was a big maiden win that, so it was always a bit of a question mark jumping up into the grade to Saturday grade. But it certainly ticks a lot of boxes off a 10-day gap, and I think there's probably a bright future there for Fry's Legacy.
So with Castle Road, the 1200 was it the 1200 seeing him out?
It possibly could have been. Mate, had a lot against it. Had to get the weight. Had the claimer for the first time. There's a lot of things that weren't really the ticks in the box for Castle Road. Ran a good brave race. Certainly is a sprinter of the future. But I think better suited probably 1,000 to 1,100.
Anything else behind the first 3?
As I said, we spoke with Tash Fayfield earlier. 2-time Charlie looks like a horse with a future. For Hayden Ballantyne, very well bred this horse, very well bred, playing God out of that family. Dream Away being the second dam there, showed enough. We did hear from Tash that Hayden's going to tip the horse out now and bring it back, but it'll be one to follow. Probably want to put in the black books with a bit of a stayer word there next to it, because I think that's where the horse's future will be.
Well, the main event of the day was the Idyllic Prince Stakes. It was taken out by Fanta, and Michael Gangemi, co-trainer of Fanta, joins us now to talk about the win. G'day, Mick.
G'day, Mike.
Good morning. Morning, boys. How are you?
Yeah, good. We're good up here on the Goldfields. How did you go? Good night of celebrating after that win?
Yeah, mate, we're a little bit dusty today, but we'll push through.
Yeah, tell us about it. Because we spoke to Chris before its last start win, and I know that was a bit of a surprise, even though he seemed to be back very late when he won at his previous start. But Chris always indicated that this was the race that he was always being aimed at.
Yeah, Marty, look, this was always going to be his grand final for us, because obviously carrying weight for age was definitely more to his liking. And when you get to that elite level, at the stakes level, and to have to carry 5 kilos more than your competition and some young rising stars coming through, it makes it very difficult when you're an 8-year-old and you've got to give 5 kilos to the younger ones coming through at that level. But we always thought that once he actually did meet them all on level weights, it would really fair it all up. So for him to win at Pinjarra with 5 kilos more than the young ones coming through was just a Herculean performance, and we're just super proud of the horse. And for him to back it up and then win at weight for age, we're super proud of him.
Big team of owners, Mike. They would have been thrilled with that. Back-to-back wins, feature quality races. This horse, you're looking now to continue on, or was this the final race? Was this his grand final before a bit of a let-up?
Look, this was his grand final, but to be perfectly honest, we probably didn't expect him to get back to these sort of heights. We were hoping he could pick one up on the way through. The owners have been really patient and just left it all to Chris and I, and he's rewarded them. And now there is still a couple of options on the table which probably weren't there. The Nicopolis in 3 weeks' time is a set weights and penalties race where he'll get in pretty good, considering that his rating's right up there now. He's in probably the high hundreds, so he really is out of handicap condition. So we've got to try and just place him. And then the Golden Saddle's popped up on the radar in Kalgoorlie, which is $1 million weight for age race. And with his rating so high, he's going to meet a lot of competition. We're really good at the weight. So, we can't just ignore that. But look, time will tell. He's an 8-year-old, and we'll just take him day by day and see where he ends up.
Yeah, bit of news there for our audience. So Fanta could be heading towards the Kalgoorlie
Have you got
$1 million slot race. Have you got a slot yet?
Yeah, mate, we've got a slot, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's the way you'll be going at this stage?
Oh, we've got another horse trialling next Monday that we had earmarked for it, but Fanta's popped his head up and said, "Hey, don't forget about me."
Who was that?
So we've got a horse from the east, called Aardvark.
Oh yes.
Yeah, very much in the market, around about $12-13. Fanta himself, I just love the way this horse puts himself in the races, and you must be very, very proud as a training combination to see him boldly go up there. He makes the running, he pushes the pressure on the other horses, especially the leader, and to see him kick on like you have in the last couple of weeks, must be very, very satisfying to have him back at this level.
Most certainly is. He deserves all the credit, the horse. The farrier's done a massive job. This horse has got bad feet. They're very flat, and he bruises his heels, on the firm tracks. So at this time of year, we can get some work into him with the tracks with a bit of give in it, and he wears some special shoes. The farrier has to change between starts, and, it's just been a massive team effort with all the team at home. And, everyone just to get the horse, including the farrier, Alex Sir, who's done a massive job with the horse's feet, to get him back to, somewhere near his best. And, that run yesterday was borderline one of his best wins.
Absolutely. 7 wins now from 13 on the soft, on the rain affected. That would be a bit of confidence for you if you can get up here to Kalgoorlie with a bit of rain.
Oh, we'd love that. If we could turn the sprinklers on, that would be sensational. But, look, at the end of the day, if he does all his work down here, that would be the plan on hopefully on the softer surfaces. And if we got there for one grand final, then that would be the way he'd go, and he'd go out after that, and we just have to assess where he's at. But as I said, the horse deserves all the credit. He's an 8-year-old with some issues. He gets around like a bit of a cripple a few days after the race, but then he warms out of it, and he just shows up and just gives us 110% every time we take him to the races, and that's all you can ask.
How about the other runner, Rockanori, only beaten 3 lengths?
He was super. He was obviously first up, and we just wanted him to hit the line well, and that he did. Would have been nice to run a place, but at 100-1. But look, he didn't get beat far for second. I think he's half a length away from second. So we're super happy with his effort, and he could be heading up to Cal for a Hannons or something like that.
And a really good effort, because Rockanori has no form whatsoever in rain affected. So to see a good forward run like that, fresh, you must be looking forward to this prep.
Yeah, look, the first prep was a bit of a learning curve for us. We learned a fair bit about the horse, and so we just tipped him out and started again and just trying to work and learn a bit about him. He's obviously got some talent and some ability, but he's also got a few issues, and if we can iron them out, we might be able to see the best of him this prep. King
Advisor, now here's a horse who's in a purple patch of form. A couple of wins and a close-up third there in the last behind Desert Nymph and Smooth Mover, and they're talking Smooth Mover as a big chance for the Golden Saddle, so King Advisor's in good company.
Yeah, he's really come back. He always worked on the track like a top liner, and then we took him to the races and he'd straighten up under a hold and put 3 on him and then collapse. So we were scratching our heads for a while there, but a good break and just brought him back. And obviously, we get these horses, tried horses, you've got to try and unlock and find what their issues are, and it seems that at the moment we've got him in a really good place, and he's got a lot of ability, this horse, and he's just getting his confidence back, so we're super excited to see where he can take us.
And some of them coming out of the paddocks now, Mike, as we head towards the summer and the spring, you're bringing a few of the big ones, the big guns back for looking forward towards the pinnacles?
Yeah, for sure. Last week we grabbed Repossession back, so we're super excited to see where he can get to this preparation, and a real nice 3-year-old now in Rostislav, the Russian Revolution, had 1 start for 1 win, and he's an absolute ripper. He's come back twice as strong, so we're super excited about both him and Repo heading to the pinnacles.
And Go Gromit yesterday, good second to Ginger Morpheus.
Yeah, he ran a super as well. We'll probably drop him back to midweek grade, and he should be really hard to beat. But, that was nearly a career best for him, so it was good to see him wind back the clock as well. So it was a pretty good day at the office yesterday.
A very good day at the office, and I'm sure a night spent with a few of the owners there last night.
Yeah, we kicked on, had a couple, wasn't too big because it was an early start on Saturday mornings, but we definitely had a few after the race and enjoyed that win for sure.
You'd be just going down to the angling club this afternoon, would you, and enjoying it even more?
We've actually got a lunch for Chris's birthday, so it was a good birthday present for him. So the family's heading to Rockpool for lunch, and then we'll probably end up back at the bowls and watch the Dockers later, I think. Yeah,
I do know for a fact that he's very well tanned up, young Chris. So I saw him there at the Kimberley Sands Resort a week ago, tanning up, getting ready.
Well, it's probably the only bit. There's a bit of sun in WA. He's up there, so well, we're all getting pasty here. He's up there suntanning, so it was good on him. He got a good break in for his birthday.
MG, you had 2 months in Italy. What are you talking about? It's nice of you to come back and do some work.
Yeah. No, it's good. Right. Got to pay for it now, so.
I tell you what, you got the stable absolutely low flying at the moment. So well done. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it.
Let's go back to race number 2 now, the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap over that 1,000 metres. We spoke about Go Gromit and Ginger Morpheus. The odds-on favourite wins.
The jackpot, Koondle working wider. In behind them, no room to move at the moment. Go Gromit. Back in the middle, Ginger Morpheus. See you at the session to the extreme outside, followed by Scenic George. Paddy's flying, hemmed away down on the inside as Parnham finds a run now with the favourite and drives it through. Ginger Morpheus speared through the middle of horses to go to the lead with 150 to go. Draws a length and a half. Koondle, Go Gromit battling away. Then See You at the session. It's an early double for Chris Parnham though. Ginger Morpheus beat Go Gromit. See You at the session third. Koondle toughed it out very well after being wild.
Yeah, so Mart, very impressive this horse. Ginger Morpheus, 4-year-old grey chestnut gelding, having start 6. Has never finished worse than 4th, this horse, and it's part of that team that Michael Lane keeps building down there in buoying up. Chris Parnham, great ride. The punters would have been happy. Riding started at $1.35. It was very heavily supported. I think it would have been the major leg in a lot of multis right across Australia. Saluted beautifully. Go Gromit, of course, the Gangemi team was a great run. But going forward, I'll be watching this horse very, very closely. I think there's a good race or two in this horse, Ginger Morpheus. He just races like a good horse, doesn't he, Mark?
Looks like a good horse.
Yeah, he certainly does. Silver Olivia was one that I did notice. Just led, it found it a bit tough there out in front. I think the horse also has a bit of a future, but it was a good race. Ginger Morpheus was one of the best back runners of the day across the card and saluted beautifully.
So we heard from Michael Gangemi saying that Go Gromit PB there yesterday, so it's always a good sign to continue following that. I know it's a $1.35 favourite, so really it was your second favourite going in, Go Gromit. See You at the session.
Very good.
For Sean and Jake, what about its run?
Well, a surprising run for mine. I didn't have it in the markets at all. $41 it's gone out at, so they would have been thrilled with that result there. Coming out of the Simon Miller yard, going across to the Casey's. Aren't they having a great run, Mark? Great run indeed. Maddie Derrick, good to see her in the placings there as well. Good race. I really do like the winner. The winner looks like one that's going to go places. And all those behind it, they're going to have their races that they're going to win. But Ginger Morpheus, I think it's a horse of the future.
I agree with that. And there was a little bit of a gap between second and third, wasn't it? They'd come away from third and fourth. So maybe Go Gromit, that's the one we follow out of the race as well. Yeah. And looking for an easier race, I'm sure Michael said, didn't he? Absolutely.
And there will be races for all those. It was a good quality race, good race there in the city. And I'm sure, especially the team at Casey's would be very happy with that return of See You at the session there.
Okay, we'll do race number 3, then take a break, and then we'll work our way through the racing awards from last night as well. But into race number 3, it was the Jack Marks 2025 WA Racing Hall of Fame inductee over the 1,000 metres.
Lost gravity. The tail ender is under influence. They balance up. Earth God shows the way. This will show you. Now tries to shoulder clear from Snow Prince, followed further back by Costa Zeta. Empress of India. Earth God look gone. 175 to go at the trench. And now on the outside, Snow Prince comes through with Lost Gravity. Costa Zeta's there. Lost Gravity got right up on the inside for Azapati. Grabs the lead. Brilliant ride down the outside, charging under influence late, but it was a little too late. And Lost Gravity just one from under influence, and this will show you right behind those. Then close up as well is Empress there. Of India.
Lost Gravity. Well done to Misty Baisley, a good Goldfielder, getting the win there, and Joey Azapati on a great ride. We certainly didn't see it coming into the corner. This horse has finished beautifully. It was a great ride from Joey Azapati. Unwanted in betting, got out to $26. And as I said, it was a quaddy killer for many. Under influence was a very good effort. This will show you. Certainly showed a bit of a return to form there. Earth God, they seem to go very hard here, Mark. They seem to go a little bit harder than normal. And I think it knocked up a bit later. I think there's still plenty coming its way. Maybe with the blinkers on again. Might have been a little bit of a throw at the dice there for the Gangemi team, but it just seemed to go a little bit too quick for my liking. Other runs in the race, Costa Zeta, good to see it return because it hasn't really had a great record on the wet. So good to see a return there, running into 4th place there. Snow Prince, there will be a day for it soon, in my opinion.
Just needs a firmer track.
It does. Yeah. It'll get it. At some point, it'll get it. But, surprise win, but a great win. Congratulations again to Misty Baisley and the team there with Lost Gravity, which really was a bit of a surprise result for many, including us here at the Goldfields, but well done to them. And the 1,000-metre dashes, they can throw them up.
So under influence, you would think it'd be looking for just a little step up next start, maybe?
Yes, mate.
It was
more
flashing late?
Yeah, more the 1,100, 1,200-metre horse for mine. I know it's won twice early doors at the 1,000, but that's where I'll be heading.
Interesting to take you up on Costa Zeta as well, because quite a few people wanted to tip this on straight up, and I think maybe will improve with the run.
Yeah, definitely. And look, it's got a great record, this horse. It was 6 out of 6 on the dry. The problem, the question marks, was over its rain-affected form.
Yep.
Unplaced both in a soft track and a heavy track. So great to see a better performance from it on that going. Nice record. As I said, good horse. We'll find its day. And also the 63-day gap there between runs.
That's what I thought. Probably improves a little bit of fitness.
Yeah. I don't know what the cause of that was. Great record at Belmont. Does love Belmont Park.
Okay, we're bang on 8:30. Racing Rewind here for, of course, Oakland Park. They're standing the great Ingratiating, who is going to, and of course Sessions. Don't forget him. Just keep siring winners for fun. Yeah. So get on the phone and do a deal with Nev Duncan. He'll look after you. Now we'll take a break. Come back with more races. We'll go through the racing awards as well. And we want to leave a good 5-10 minutes towards the end so we can do a bit of a preview. I know
100%.
Royce Newton, how good was he last night at the Tattasalls Club? Did a terrific job hosting the...
Another great young caller from the Goldfields.
There you go.
Following on from D. Mac, Dave Sheehan.
Milton Kender.
Milton
the whole
Kender.
lot of them. They've all been good at it. So
well, he was the head of the academy, wasn't he, at the start?
Was he ever?
Milton.
Today's Racing Rewind is brought to you by Oakland Park Stud, the home of ingratiating, sessions and shooting to win. Go to oaklandparkstud.com.au for further details.
As they approach the home turn, and then further back is playing around on the outside of Ocean Zara, balancing up now on the point of the home corner they come. Mean Feet's the leader. A beautiful rails run coming for Yorga Pride is right to silence. Red Tory put their claims in as well. Down by the 250, Cooper goes to work now on little Yorga Pride. Yorga Pride got right up on the rails to go clear. She's 2 in front from Mean Feet. Yorga Pride, she's coming away, and Chanel Cooper is going to break through and win her first Saturday race. It's a Saturday super for Cooper. Wins it by 2.5 lengths. Mean Feet right to silence. Bob of the Head second. In behind them, Ocean Zara, Red Tory and all.
There he is, Cobb, just warming up for Tattasalls Club Cup Day today. A super duper ride for Cooper. What a beauty. Yorga Pride. Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
How did the mauler find this?
3 out of 3 early.
Yeah.
This is
$1.80.
And then he got into this one. 4 out of 4 for the start of the card. Yes, he did.
Fantastic.
He did best bet it. I don't know how he found it. That's 5 wins now out of 6 starts. This horse was only ever beaten in the WA Breeders. It's not an overly big mare.
No.
I've been down and actually seen this horse in person. It's not an overly big mare, but boy, it's got a heart.
Tried to Dubai.
Yeah, and doesn't it know how to find the line? Great ride there. Great call. Mac, and Chanel Cooper breaks her way through for the first time on a Saturday company. What a great little horse this has been. The owners, big team of owners there, they've now witnessed this horse win, as I said, 5 out of 6. Great record. I don't know where they're going to head with it. My biggest concern, Mark, is weight with this horse. So I think the claim really helped this horse in regard to the size of the horse itself. A lot of the impetus in the race was taken away with the earlier scratchings, of course, of not only Repeater, but also Countess of Kenner, which was showing a lot of interest in the early markets before they were withdrawn. Bleecker Street also was withdrawn from the race. But a good win, great win. Yorga Pride, they're going to have a lot of fun with this horse, no doubt about it. They've already had plenty. Right to Silence was a great return. Certainly getting up there for running second. That was coming off the back of that second behind Repeater. So that was good form, especially from a wide barrier there for Jade McNaught. I think this is where she may have got the 9 days. Is this the race? I'm thinking it is. Yep. Playing around was disappointing. I don't know where they're going to go with that one from Michael Grantham. I think it probably needs further. And, of course, Mean Feet.
Well,
Rebecca Barlas's.
With those scratchings, as you said, so AskMaps.com, we end up with Mean Feet leading. And I know it has led before. I still think Mean Feet's a little better with it. You know, leader's back or something like that would suit it better. But a good run, Right to Silence, who sat outside of Mean Feet, sort of boxed on very strongly. Chris Willis's horse is going well. And I just think one behind him late, Surround Me, stablemate of the winner. Maybe keep an eye on this going forward. And I thought Red Tory was a much better effort. The horse is known not to travel in rain affected. It was a good effort there. And I'm sure S.J. Miller would have been very, very pleased with the return from Red Tory there yesterday. Yeah, I saw after he had that winner at Bunbury on Thursday. He'd had more than enough. What a beautiful post-race interview. Young Tash. No, it wasn't Tash. It was Amelia Hall. It was a ripper. Oh, it was a great interview. Just the price was taken. He was happy to declare it. When you deal with S, he doesn't give you a lot. Just before we continue on, we need to acknowledge the Racing Awards night. Last night looked to be a night. Swish affair. Night of nights. Black tie event. Some interesting couplings too on the podium. Champion sire playing God, champion 2-year-old sire playing God, champion first season sire was Leonardo da Vinci. It was a good effort. WA 2-year-old of the year, Sir Dream a lot. Yeah, tough. WA Breeder of the Year, Mungrup Stud. Congratulations to the Williamsons. Platinum Breeder of the Year, Mungrup Stud. Brilliant. Group 1 Breeders, Nordley Stakes, Wally Daly, Dom to Shoot. Yeah, beauty. Playing God, Santo Gualiardo with Bustler. The Playing God Award, and other Group 1 winners. Peters Investments, Regal Power Truly Great, Arcadia Queen, Celebrity Queen, Greg and Kathy Edwards, KC, Scenic Lodge, Blackheart Bar, Kingston Thoroughbreds Gadding. What's all this about? Jeff Darrett, Come Play With Me, Bill and Patricia Robinson, Tricks of the Trade, and Amelia Park, Amelia's Jewel. Well, they certainly dress up well, don't they, the industry, when they get together for a big night, a black tie night. They certainly do a great job there. Congratulations to anyone who has taken out one of those awards. They become prestigious. They're things that you talk about later on in life. You certainly share them with your grandkids, but great awards night there again on behalf of Racing WA. Okay, let's keep rolling on. The Registraphone was race number 5, the WA Racing Hall of Fame inductee over the mile.
Pack and back near the tail end of the field. I Love Your Smile. They balance up now for the judge. They head. Worcester comes at Rock in Wonder. A length and a half. Antique Star, Idyllic Ruler. Still down the outside. Mystical Man. And here comes Triple the Chant from the back of the field, running on as Antique Star hits the lead. 150 from home. Antique Star. Here's Triple the Chant though, gobbling it up. Triple the Chant draws on equal terms. Hits the front close to home for Azapati. And Triple the Chant wins again. Triple the Chant won it by a head. Antique Star, Mystical Man third from Rock in Wonder. Then I Love Your Smile, Idyllic.
There was a little fist pump from your good self, and Triple the Chant joined in and bolted away. Mate, it was an amazing win. Followed up with that win at Belmont, and of course that amazing win at Northam to make it the hat trick. I think this horse is a summer horse going around finding its grades here in winter, but what a future this horse could have for Simon Miller. Great ride, Joey Azapati. Took his time, sat back. It would have been very tempting at around the 600, 500 metre mark to take off, but he just bid his time. He knew he was on top of a very good animal that he had underneath him, and this horse is going places. I really believe that. 7 starts now for 3 wins. The War Chant, a Triple Latte. Great to see Neil with another good horse. Yes, he puts a lot in, Neil. Yeah. Sure. And the other part of the race, of course, heavily backed in, $2.80 into $2.40. A well-supported favourite. Would have certainly got the cheers coming home. Down the outside of the track, it was something to behold. Antique Star was a great run. Mm-hmm. Amy Jo Hazel knocking on the door of getting a win in town again. Right. Mystical Man, great run. Rock in Wonder led, did it tough, fought on well, only beaten 3 lengths in the run. And the other interesting runner that you picked up in the replay, Idyllic Ruler, running on late there, certainly hit the line as good as any of them, if not better than most. But I'd say all accolades with the winner. Yeah, definitely. What was the tempo of the race? Did they overcook it here? That appeared to be suiting the horses running on, didn't it? And those 2 leaders towards the fence capitulated.
Yeah, I just had the feeling it was pretty truly run. I think the inside pad might have been finding a little bit of wear by then, and it was certainly seen to be that the outside portion of the track seemed to be the space to
Rock
be.
and Wonder kicked on okay there for fourth.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was okay, but beaten 3 lengths. I do think that those out wider were better suited, but I do think we haven't seen anywhere near the best of this horse. This horse is one of those ones in 12 months, 2 years' time, we'll be looking back and saying, remember the day it won easily there at Belmont, remember the day it won easily at Northam.
Yeah.
It's not just winning, it's putting them away, and that's always a very, very good sign with a winner horse.
Okay, we move it on now to race number 6, the Damien Lane 2025 Racing Hall of Fame inductee over the 1400.
Fence. Further back, Solden El Mama Tembu, and last is Hostile Talk. The first to spot the judge, Cool Memory, snuck clear. God's Gate got into the open, setting after it though. They beat off Savage One. Here comes Terratif down the outskirts with a run at the 200 metre mark, and Cool Memory still nicely clear. In pursuit, Terratif. Cool Memory's in front, a length and a half. Terratif keeps coming though. Cool Memory, Terratif trying hard. Cool Memory giving. Terratif trying to get on terms, but Cool Memory's going to hold, and Cool Memory wins it. Cool Memory for young Zeph Johnston Porter picks up a Saturday winner. Beats home Terratif.
Straight up, boys. Didn't miss this one there on Thursday. Cool Memory. There's plenty of people wanting to pull your coat on this one. Cool Memory, $5.50. What a terrific thing for the pattern of Belmont Park, that we can have the horse coming from last in race 5, and then we've got the on-pace leader, Cool Memory, doing it throughout in race 6, which just shows it's a very fair passage there at Belmont. Good win. Darren McAuliffe, he's a nice horse. Terratif looked like it was going to have a big hope at about the 300 metre mark. Dropped to 5.5 kilos. I just thought that the horse was ideally set up to be challenging for the win, but boy, that winner was strong through the line there. Got up by a half a length. Good to see the possible Railway Stakes horse, Hostile Talk, also in a much better return, getting home into third. Could be something on the way there as we come towards Summer Moor. Of course, the Mauler's early Railway Stakes tip. But a good race. Winner looked great, mate. Looked really, really strong.
Terratif was good, I thought, in second.
I thought it had its chance, though, mate. At the weight, I really did think it had its chance.
Right. Yeah, good point. Yeah, 52 with the claim.
Yeah.
Darren McAuliffe's stable has just slowly and surely been hitting forward. If you click him up and have a look at his record, say, in the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Always does as we head towards the end of winter.
Spring, and
that's what happens.
Come out of that winter and into the spring and summer, and there he pops up, the big man.
A little bit of disappointment there with Solden Earl. I thought that she could have done a little bit better than that run.
That Twilight Tale. Now, you were all over this. Yeah,
no, it was the disappointment of the race. Very well, heavily supported. Into $2.60, Twilight Tale. I don't know. When questioned regarding the performance, the rider stated that the mare was unsuited by the tempo in the early stages. He was happy enough with the way the horse finished the race off, but it was just unsuited by that tempo where they did go a little bit easy early and probably got out of its ground too far. There was a post-race veterinary examination that also marked, and there was no abs there for Twilight Tale. So I think there's more to come her way. Don't worry about that. She'll be going forward and winning her races, but probably needs a bit further of a distance than 1,400 metres and probably a bit more tempo in the race.
Okay, we move to the main event of the day, the Idyllic Prince Stakes over the 1,300.
Some ground under pressure, Man Crush in front of Zip Away, and they're followed further back at the head of the others by Rock and Rupert into the home straight now, and now Fanta goes to the lead at the 275. Fanta shoots away from Ginger Baker, wind to the line. Rock and Rupert, Rock and Ori is finishing pretty well down near the rail. Further back, Fluoro Neuro, Zip Away. It's Fanta though. McGruddy keeps him going. 75 to go. Fanta clear of Ginger Baker. Zip Away, Fluoro Neuro, but Fanta goes home to win the Idyllic Prince. Fanta beat maybe Fluoro Neuro. Tight for second with Zip Away, Ginger Baker. In behind them, Rock and Ori.
Yeah, a couple of extra Fantas yesterday might have been better than those other drinks that we were putting up on the bar. But Fanta, what a win. Great win. Great to set his horse back. What a great job, as we spoke to Michael Gangemi earlier. Well done to the team. a big group of owners. They would have been thrilled with this. This horse is back. It's bigger and better than ever before. And great news also, if you missed it earlier, that this horse may be eyeing off the $1 million slot race here in the Goldfields, the Golden Saddle. Mate, another big effort here. Can I just mention the runner-up, Fluoro Neuro? It went up 5 kilos there with Paddy Carberry aboard there yesterday. The weight certainly worried me, but the horse obviously didn't have any issues with it. Ran a great race for second. Ginger Baker held on well for third. A good effort, Ginger Baker. Probably needs further than the 1300, so it could be in for a very, very good prep. Zeppaway was a lovely return there for Neville. Rockanori, as we spoke with Michael Gangemi also earlier, a surprisingly good fifth on a run-affected track. The disappointments of the race, probably Wind in the Line. I don't know where this horse is at, Mart. Mm-hmm. It was a boom horse, had a massive boom on it as a youngster. Yep. I just don't know where he's at. Man Crush finished well back. Saloon Bar finished well back. It was very hard to make huge ground from the back there with Saloon Bar, but certainly nothing. You couldn't take anything away from the winner. A 2.5 length margin, back-to-back wins in listed company, and certainly would be figuring very highly in people's opinions on the Golden Saddle if that's the way they choose to go.
To me, Ginger Baker's a horse who's very underestimated. He just puts his hand up, races well against these good horses, race in, race out. Only beaten 2.6 lengths and was given a good push by Tash Faithful earlier on in the show.
Absolutely. I just think more ground's needed there. I think the horse is much better suited around the mile to 1800, and it will be in for a great prep there for the Pierces.
Okay, the lucky last of the day, they honoured the great man Vernon Brockman, the WA Spirit of Racing winner over the 1,200 metres in the lucky.
At 3 in a line, a length and a half, Son of the Boss. Super Session down on the inside, travelling into the corner third. A further 2 lengths, Sunny Honey. Smooth Mover tested here on the outside, followed by Other One Son. And Want a Winner still 5 or 6 lengths from the leader. 250 from home, King Adviso. 2 in front of Son of the Boss. Now starting to get his mind on the job. Smooth Mover, Sunny Honey goes with it. And so does Want a Winner. And down the outside is Desert Nymph. As Smooth Mover comes at King Adviso. King Adviso, Smooth Mover, all great finish. Desert Nymph lunging. Desert Nymph, the widest of the 4. A quartet finish to the last. Desert Nymph dived at Smooth Mover, who'd grabbed King Adviso, and also there is Want a Winner and a great finish to the last. Followed back on the inside.
Here's a tricky finish, Rusty.
You picked it?
We watched that
Cobb
together.
Picked it.
I think you may have gone the wrong way in the photo.
I think I did go the wrong way.
Mart set out wide. Desert Nymph, champion.
No, you and Cobb again, spot on the money there. What a great finish to the card there. King Advisor, brilliant run.
Boxed on.
Didn't it ever?
Yep.
It's going places. Want a Winner, also a great run there. And the other one, Son. It seems to be finding its fate now. $51 it was sent out there yesterday. Good fifth running on there towards the end. Only beaten 1.9 lengths. Yeah. I think there's a race reach very, very shortly. No real disappointments in the race as such. It pretty much figured out how you'd expect. But incredible that a horse like Desert Nymph with that record, especially on the wet, especially at Belmont, this horse loves Belmont Park. Only bad run of this prep was that run on the Travelator when it sat outside the leader, and the day at Pinjarra on the 9th of August. I keep throwing that date up because I think it's an important one for people to take note of when they're doing their form. The tongue tie on it was a great win. $25. Can you believe it got out that far?
It was a massive price in the end.
Incredible.
It was thrown out on straight up as well. The scratcher, he threw it out.
Yeah, no, it was every chance. If you're following stats, if you're following, it was dropping 3 kilos. As I said, the Belmont form is amazing. Loves the wet. Just doesn't miss a place basically in the wet. It's just a good horse, and probably very well ridden by Tash Faithful. Getting it, letting it sort of settle a couple of pairs back further than one would expect. And what a finish coming from near last. Smooth Mover. What do you think of the run there, heading towards the Golden Saddle, Mart?
Well, you were the one before the race that said you backed this to win the Golden Saddle. So I've got to ask you that. You've backed it to win the Golden Saddle before that race. Are you still happy with your bet?
I think they'll be hoping for a dry track
so
here in Kalgoorlie. I really do, okay. and I'll certainly be praying for rain in the lead up to the Golden Saddle. It just doesn't seem to do as well. It's only been beaten a very small margin, but I'd like to see a nice good track there for a smooth mover. I think he moves much smoother when it's a little bit drier.
We just had to concentrate too on Newman and Kununurra while we can. Osti Gallardi up there at Kununurra riding 3 winners in terrific form. And then at Newman, in that Newman Cup, the Shire of East Pilbara Newman Cup, it was Reginald defeating King Mahuta. Tell us about this. We watched this one very closely.
Yeah, Timmy Pike. I caught up with him in Broome. He's having a great time of it. You won't believe it. The young bloke's still arming and ahhing whether to continue on as a trainer.
Yep.
I think he's a brilliant young trainer. I think he's one that we do need in our ranks moving forward.
Of course.
And
does a great job on socials. He's got it.
And he presents them beautifully.
Yep.
They come to the track. They look like $1 million. Congratulations, Tim, and to all the family. Great win. Well-deserved win. The horse led at its last start in Broome in a high-pressure race and dropped out, but what a great win there at Newman and well-deserved.
And it won the Port Hedland Cup before.
Absolutely.
Geez, that Port Hedland Cup form, you need to follow that going forward.
Isn't that holding up?
Is it ever?
Absolutely.
And I think the form off the meeting...
Yes.
See, when you go there, you understand it a lot better. But then I followed all of the form from Port Hedland up into Broome. They won a good race on sprint day.
Absolutely.
Could have won the sprint, did they?
I think they did.
Off that, and then they went really well, won the Cup off Port Hedland as well. Okay, quick break, and then we're going to find you some winners here for the KBRC.
Today's Racing Rewind is brought to you by Oakland Park Stud, the home of ingratiating, sessions and shooting to win. Go to oaklandparkstud.com.au for further details.
Welcome back. We've got 4 minutes before news time. Royce Newton will be previewing this big meeting here at the KBRC Goldfields Tattasalls Club Cup Day. Also, the Palace Hotel, and what a fine establishment this is. Ashok Parik's been in wonderful form over the weekend.
And the Wild Duck. How good is the Wild Duck on the balcony?
You declared this about 3 weeks out.
Oh, it was the best.
Spot on.
Oh,
spot
100%.
on. So let's find some winners for our listeners.
Just quickly, those racing awards. Congratulations to the 2-year-old of the year, Talk & Co. The 3-year-old of the year, the wonderful Machine Gun Gracie. Oh, what a win that was. I'm still getting over that last win of hers. And, of course, the champion 4-year-old and above had to be the Jokers. Jokers Grin, well done. Bernie Miller on the team there with Jokers Grin. That was from last night. Today at Kalgoorlie, hopefully we're running on a soft 5. It seems pretty sunny out there at the moment. There's a couple of late scratchings coming through from Neville Parnham will not be attending with Zuma Chino and Magna Cheen. The big race, of course, is the Goldfields Tattasalls Club Cup. I'm taken by, if anyone that's watched video replays, I'm taken by feuding with Holly Noddle, a great young apprentice claiming 3, feuding enormous last start. It was like it had a big red flashing light on above it as it hit the line there. It'll love the extra 216 metres. The early favourite, Decorations 2 from 2 here. Rywood is an interesting one. We did catch up with a couple of the stable representatives, including the owner, who told us not to worry about the 78 days between the runs. The horse is fine and going dandy, and we'll be certainly going close to figuring here. And I think during the day, as always, the Peter Fernie runners, the ones to be following. My best of the day comes up in the last.
In the last?
Yeah, I know you're going to have to wait till the last, but don't wait for luck. Is my best of the day, $6.50 each way. Blinkers on, winkers off. Just loves the Kalgoorlie circuit. 8 starts here now, 7 times in the money. The Mauler's joining us with his latest for the big card here today. 8 races. What's your best, Bradley?
Well, boys, I think if you just all up them, race 3, 5, Twist of Gold, race 4, 8, Chipilli, race 5, number 4, Heavy Metal, and race 6, number 10, Secret Style. They're all Fernie, they're all Tash, and if you multi all them up, you'll have a quid to back feuding in the Cup.
There you go.
There you go.
And just off the Calcutta last night,
yes.
The highest priced horse in the Calcutta ended up being feuding at 2,900, Rywood at 2,500, and the favourite, Decoration, only went for 1,600. Now, when it's the Calcutta, everyone wants to know, what did Ronnie James Francis Brown buy? And he bought It's a Lance. So It's a Lance has won, boys. Don't let it get under your guard.
He was last year's winner of the Goldfields Tattasalls Club Calcutta. Ronnie Brown, so he knows what he's doing.
He wins them every year.
Just with Decoration, just go back to its form. A great win here at Kalgoorlie. Then it went off to that Pinjarra Day, August the 9th.
You've been terrific. You've been
Always
working under trying circumstances this morning, but you've got yourself up. You've done a great job. Thanks to Jeffrey Miller, QC's, or KC's done a fantastic job, and to Soph back there in the studios.
Go get them, punters.
Have a great day.